Hey everybody, this is Chuck Englick, Spring Piston Rifle Fever and Lone Wolf Strength Training. I'm starting a new program and I was contemplating how much to start with. I was going to start with 80% of my 1 rep max for my bench press, and I thought, you know what, I don't want to start too heavy, so I cut it back a little bit to about 75% of my 1 rep max. So I got 215 on the bar. I'm planning on doing sets of 5, and I'm planning on sticking to this program at least for 2 months, testing my max on the exercises and see what happens. See if it's worth my time doing this, as long as I don't get sick or get sidetracked or anything else. So how many sets I'm going to do? If at 3 sets I still feel strong, I'm going to keep on doing sets, probably up to 5 if I still feel strong. So really fit me in here. All right. Tell you what, I'm glad I started lighter. It did not feel light. I felt heavy. I felt like more than 215. 215 used to be a really easy number for me, but not so anymore. So I'm gonna rest here a minute or so, repeat it. I'm gonna keep on going. And that Bill Starr's The Strongest Shall Survive book. Back when I was in my early 30s, I did a program that he said was like Hepburn, which he said it was sort of like a Doug Hepburn routine, and I agree. It is sort of like a Doug Hepburn routine, but Doug Hepburn in his book, he recommends more of a what do you call it? A system of where this just sounds so stupid now. A system of where double progression, that's the word I'm looking for. Stinking double progression, where you bring the reps up in every set, and as soon as you reach, like say, going from 5 to 7 reps, then you would add weight. Once you get all of your sets up to that 5 to 7, so there'd be all straight 7 reps. That's one of the platforms. Plus he has like a lower rep power platform where he does in the 3 rep range, and then he actually has one where he does down in the singles. And I did down in the singles, and I did 5 singles, just like Bill Starr said. I did 5 singles, and then I did 5 sets of 5 with the same working weight. So I'm going to do this set, and I'll tell you what happened with that. Okay, I remember starting pretty conservatively on the five singles and 5 sets of 5. What you did was, let's see what time it is here. What you did was you warmed up doing like 5 rep sets, and then you worked up, you dropped the reps as you went, like to 3 reps, and then you went into your singles. And he said pick a weight that was like, he said like 25 pounds or so below your max. I don't remember exactly what weight I picked. And then he said, pick something that's 50 pounds less than that for your 5 sets of 5, and be really conservative with that also, because he said that by the time you get to your 4th and 5th backup sets, you're going to be running out of gas. And so anyhow, with the program, I got up to 5 singles with 320 pounds, 320 pounds for the singles, and then I was doing 5 sets of 5 with 255. So that's what I did afterwards. What happened after that? I got bored with the program and I got sidetracked. That's what happened with that. So I have a hard time sticking with certain things for too long because they get boring. But I'm trying to go back to doing less exercises in my program. So I'll be working out 4 days a week with what I'm planning on right now. So time for another set. This will make 3. You know, the weird thing is, the second and third set felt easier than the first set that I did here. So I was talking to Michael Jones Griswold through texting. Hopefully I'll meet him someday. Good guy down there in southwest Iowa, construction worker. He lifts hard and heavy, and he works hard on like sets of 5s also, like 3 sets of 5. And we were kind of going back and forth why we thought that sets of 5 worked. And I suggested that, well, number one, you're pounding your nervous system over and over again. You're kind of teaching the motor pathway over and over again. Number 2, those muscle fibers are getting drilled consistently over and over again. So this is just theory. We're not muscle building scientists. But I'm liking this right now. I'm glad I started with 215 instead of 225. So this will give me more gaining momentum. Gaining momentum is what you want. You never want to start a program too heavy, because if you start a program too heavy, you're going to run into a rock wall in no time flat, and you're not going to be able to progress anymore. All right, I'm going to do my 4th set, and I'll tell you my program, which isn't set in stone yet, but pretty much. Okay, 1 more set left. So I am going to do the power row thing. I kind of like it. I really feel it in my lats. There's a point where I think you're maybe not getting as much out of it, like when I did max the other week. When I went up to 315, I had an awesome lat contraction. When I went up to 335, I didn't feel it in my back so much. So I'm not counting that. So I'm gonna use 325 as my max weight and use 75% of that for my power bent over barbell row. So I'm planning on doing the same thing, like 5 sets of 5, starting each rep from the ground. Not a pendulum row, but more of a deadlift row. So I will drive it up to my knees and I'll pull it to my stomach, back down to my knees, back down to the ground, get reset. I think it will help translate over to the deadlift also. I think that will help that a lot. And they say that having a big back is supposed to help your bench press too. So, I wonder if I brought my water down here. I did. Hold on, I'll be right back. The whole panic button's going off saying water. Water, Coach Klein. Water better. So, it's going to be bench press and power rows Monday. Friday is going to be squats and possibly stiff-legged deadlifts. I was contemplating power cleans, but I'm like, where am I going to go with power cleans? How much am I going to get out of that? So then I'll take off Wednesday, and that'll be a good recovery day. And I'll come back Thursday, and I won't have to do anything standing on my feet. I'll be doing pull-ups and dips. And I'm going to be using the same rep format also on that, pull-ups and dips. So I'm going to do this last 5th set, and I'll tell you the rest. tell you what, I think the weight was moving faster there for these last sets. One of them I slowed down just because I kind of got lazy, but one of the reps or two. But anyhow, the last day of the week, which will be on Friday or Saturday, is going to be deadlifts and military presses. So I'll have 3 pushing movements, bench press, military press, which I'll do seated in here. I might finish up some time out here this summer outside, and military press. Then I'll have bench press power row. I'm gonna start over again. Bench press and power row on Monday. Squat, stiff-legged deadlift on Tuesday. And that's gonna depend on how I feel after my squats. If I'm fried and I'm shot, I know it. And that's gonna be that. I don't need anything else extra, maybe some calf raises. Bring up my puny calves. So then it's gonna be weighted dips and weighted pull-ups. As soon as I can get the weighted pull-ups. First, I might just be doing body weight sets of 5. And then deadlift and military press. I think it's going to be a good solid program. Like I said, I'm going to stick with this for about 2 months, and then I'm going to max and see where everything's at. And if I'm making progress, I'm just planning on sticking with it because that's what I want to make. I want to make progress. I'm 53. There's only going to be so many more gaining years left. Most of my gaining years are behind me. So that's the plan. If you like the video, give me a like, question and comment. I would appreciate if you gave me a subscribe also. And you have a great workout. You have a great day.